long I bought a bouquet of 12 red roses, got to the door and you were gone. Some days when I fall asleep alone, I'll wake till you're lying at my side, your hair in a mess, all rosy cheeked and swearing that you'd been there all night. Maybe if I saw what you see, we wouldn't be so lonely. And clearly I don't know what you need, but I know you don't need me. I guess I can see how you go crazy, desperate and restless, baked and bored and scared that you'll end up juggling babies barefooted on the kitchen floor. I can try to choke down the jealousy, 'cause the less I know, the less I have to forgive you for. So I'd rather you don't tell me anything. If there's somebody who gives you something that I can't give you anymore.
Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashery, and I'm always joined by
Rob Mendiola.
Greetings, Rob.
Greetings, Doug.
It's a wonderful Monday.
It's all right.
Well, yeah, you're
I've been kind of struggling with this.
you're a little down with the
a little
sickness.
down with the sickness, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
but I have to be very careful
yeah.
because I'm a COVID survivor, and if I get COVID again, it's going to be kind of bad.
We can't do
That's
that.
what they tell me, but I don't know. I don't believe it.
yeah, it's different. I mean,
You got to
like,
have fight, You just
yeah, Rob has to deal with the hose and stuff now, which has totally changed life. But hey, he went play a show. He's living his life. He does his job.
I still do everything I used to do, just slower.
Yeah, and you just we don't know.
Which at our age, we need to do slower anyway.
That's right. But, I mean, I don't care what sickness says. You got to do this podcast, and you do all
That's
the
right.
technical stuff, so you can't get sick and die, man.
So I have to push buttons today
That's right.
to get this going.
You just lay on the floor and do it if that's what it takes.
So what do we have today, Doug?
Today, we have, and I got to tell you that I have an issue. I don't trust people with, like, the guy who did my patio work and my fire pit in the back of my house when I built my house. His name was Todd with 1D. I don't trust people with, you either put the two letters there at the end or you don't do it at all. No, his name is Matt with one T, Charley. So he's also the man with two first names.
Got two names, yeah.
Yeah, and he is with the band Raynes. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing well. Good to be here.
See how I cut you up right before we even talked to you, man. See?
No, you know what? That's fair enough. That's a fair criticism. I get it. But my thought is always, why put two consonants right next to each other?
Right.
The second T is doing nothing.
It's just sitting there.
See, that's coming from an educated person, Doug. We're all about the nonsense.
We truly are about the nonsense. Yes, we've been chasing this podcast, I guess, for what, 2 or 3 months now.
Almost 3 months, I guess, maybe. My friend at work, he's the IT guy, Tony Guffey, ran into their manager, Crystal Gaines, at an airport, and I guess they struck up conversation. He told them about us, and she told him about her band that she manages and stuff. So that's how we kind of got this lined up.
All right, man.
I learned that Matt is also a foodie.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So I have questions there as well.
So that's a perfect,
beautiful
perfect match.
And you're a North Dakota native, right?
I am. Yep, born and raised in Minot, North Dakota.
Wow.
Oh, let me tell you this. You know what I know about Minot, North Dakota?
Tell me.
I am, of course, like any good person, the biggest LSU fan in the world. And our basketball coach of many, many years, especially when I was growing up, was Dale Brown of Minot.
That's right. Yep. He's one of Minot's, most famous exports for the moment.
Yeah, guy's got to be getting up there. But man, yeah, I love me some Dale Brown growing up, man. Yeah. So Speaking of other Minot residents, tell us a little bit about you, man. How you started and how this band got together.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I always answer this question. I say, really, it's like a 4-hour long story, but I've learned how to condense it,
Yeah.
into some sound bites. So, yeah, I mean, I grew up, in North Dakota, and there wasn't a ton of like, musical opportunities there, which won't be surprising to anybody.
Yeah.
But I started playing violin, I think when I was probably 7, started playing piano. And then what kind of just kicked me off in music was that so I'm one of 12 kids,
Wow.
and we started playing the violin. Yeah, well, it's crazy, but it was fun. And we played.
that's awesome.
We started playing the violin together, and then we started a family bluegrass band. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it can't have been good, but people loved it, And
Man,
so,
you had enough people for a damn jam band, dude.
yep. Yeah, so I just kind of would pick up instruments and figure out my way around them. I played in some orchestras, and then I started playing with a bunch of pop punk emo rock bands in high school and college, and just was hooked from kind of the beginning.
God damn, he's got Paul and Malcolm both beat. His parents do, and as well my cousins the Sebastians. I mean, that's more people than all of them, man. Jesus, man. That's a big family, man.
Yeah, it's the Irish Catholics. What do you do?
That's us.
And then when it's like a bunch of snow up there, there's not much to do.
Yeah,
right?
not much to do, just farm and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Not yet. You're right.
that is all. Yeah, because I kind of guessed it and listened to I listened to Sabrians. I heard this. I was like, man, what the hell is this? I said, because at first I said, this, man, it almost sounded like a little bit of off the new album. It was something just to start, just the instrumental. I was like, it's almost Cajun or Zydeco, because I was
Got so many flavors in it, right?
Yeah, God damn, it does, man.
I mean, coming from a foodie, that's how you get that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, well, I guess I should tell the rest of the story here.
Yes.
So yeah, sorry, I interrupted myself, but
No, it's all right.
So yeah, I was doing that, and then, but my big thing for kind of as long as I can remember has been writing songs. So that's what I think I wrote my first one when I was 13, and I went to some little studio, and then I got the CD back and just kind of listened to it the entire night, and I was just amazed that, like, oh man, I did this, and like, I can't believe that you can do this, And so I kept doing that forever. And then in college, this must have been like 10 years ago now, I think, I met Joe. So he's the guitarist in Raynes, and we both went to the same college in Bismarck, North Dakota. He introduced himself to me. We started, I had a bunch of songs that I didn't really have anything to do, didn't know what to do with them. And Joe was a great guitarist. We started playing together. And then we realized, we were like, if we want this to be a real band, we're going to need someone who can sing better than both of us. Because Joe and I we can both sing, but not lead singer style singing.
Yeah. Harmonies, man.
Yes, harmonies, exactly. I'm a backing vocalist for sure. You got to know your strengths.
Yes.
So what we did, the kind of weird, crazy part of the story is that, because people ask, our singer is from England, and people are always like, well, how did two guys from North Dakota end up with a guy from England? Like, that hasn't really happened before. But what we did was, we put out like ads and stuff on the internet, and we're kind of just looking through, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, Craigslist, looking for somebody who would be a good fit. And one day I was just scrolling through Instagram, like looking up, vocal hashtags and stuff, stumbled across a video of Mark, our singer. And he had a great look, great voice. He was playing piano. I was like, this guy's perfect. And so I messaged him and I said, I know you're in England and you probably have your own stuff going on, but how would you like to, if we pay for your flight, do you want to fly to LA and we can see if you want to start a band with us? And then 10 days later, he was on a flight to LA. So
that's so cool.
The rest is history.
Heck yeah,
it was fate, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because I read that, but also I had seen, I couldn't see this being like a Love Actually situation where, the singer was in England and said, I'm going to America where I'll be a king amongst chicks. I'm going to Minot. Yeah, I didn't see that really happening.
You know what? I will say, so at the beginning, having a British accent and being tall and good looking can really work.
Yeah.
It really.
Oh yeah, it's a good thing, man. I have a friend. I have a friend in
up.
Dallas that's a singer. He's a Brit. Yeah, so yeah, I know.
Yeah, your stock automatically goes up.
Yeah, I had to ask the buddy in Dallas. I had to ask. I remember when I first met him, and I asked a friend of mine, like, I said, is he faking that, or is that real? Yeah. So yeah, I know. Well, man, so y'all have come together. When did y'all gather?
I think it was so 2017. We like officially started. And then, but we say that we did officially start, but we say that we kind of didn't get a chance to do it for a bit, but just because, the visa situation and like Mark could only be here for like 3 months at a time. So we'd kind of, write some stuff and get some things done, but then he would go back and then we'd go over to England and kind of just do it like that. And then of course, COVID hits and so Joe and we didn't even see Mark for like a year and a half, I think. So, wrong time to start a band maybe, but we kept like, we recorded and released our first EP, across the ocean. We would just send files back and forth. And, we figured, we don't really know what else to do here. So we're just going to try and make something. And but now it's, we're on the road, we're touring, we all live in the States, and so things are it's less of a headache now, and it's going great.
That's good, man. That sounds fantastic. I think I saw some dates, but that was on Spotify, so I wasn't too sure. I saw it swung kind of like from Omaha to Colorado and then to LA, I think, at the end, but I might be wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, that's right. That was our last big run. So. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to. I usually try and track everybody down eventually, and because I'm on the road quite a bit, and I don't fly anywhere. So, chances are, if I see you out playing somewhere, I'll stop in. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll stalk you. It'll happen. But
good.
Now, what's this with the? I guess I have to ask. What's with? I guess it's what all the you learn to play different instruments growing up. Did that lead to part of your interest in having all the different sounds in the music that y'all put out?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. My I don't want to say philosophy, because I haven't figured anything out yet. But like, I always just have thought there. And I guess honestly, this goes for food as well, and like any sort of creative thing. I'm like, there's just so much, right? There's so many things that you can do, and I'm always like, why would if you've got like, a bouzouki, which is like an Irish instrument, or like a some interesting tones from a different country, and how that works, and then how you can incorporate that. Like, I just want to do that. I want to. It's sort of like a fusion, But
yeah.
I think I didn't. I don't think we intentionally were like, let's try and make this sound different in any way. It was just that I've got a banjo laying around, I've got a mandolin, I've got all kinds of stuff. So, and that's what I knew how to play, and so that was just a really natural, a natural direction to go. I think rather than going like sort of straight down the middle, pop or rock or anything like that.
Oh, I think that's really cool. As much.
Those became your ingredients.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, exactly.
It works.
As much metal as I love, the cello is still my favorite instrument, man. I just love hearing that sound. And
oh, me too. Cello's my number one. There's nothing has a better tone, better sound than a cello.
Because the cello can cover everything. It can cover the voice.
Yep.
Cover guitars, bass. And you got it working. You can even tap on it if you want to hit your drum. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, man, that is fantastic. Now, you've reached the cops.
He's still in LA.
Yeah. Are they coming to get your singer, man? Is that it?
No, he's established now. He's got a green card. He's good to go.
That's
That's
hilarious.
good. Now, what about your? Are you based in LA now?
So at the moment, we're kind of scattered all over the place. So we were all out in LA living together. Was it last year, a couple years ago? And then our thought was like, well, we're just kind of, throwing money away here because we didn't really have, much of an established presence there. And so now I'm currently in Phoenix, and Joe is in. He's in North Dakota, and Mark lives in Miami. So what we do is just, it's interesting, but we, because of our history of kind of being apart for so long, that it isn't as much of a hassle as you'd think it is. And what's great now is that we're just, we're kind of on the road, frequently. So whatever city the tour starts in, we'll just fly and or drive there and get to it.
I actually know more than a few that actually do that now, and I, in fact, our buddies in Shallow Side, a lot of
people we talk to do that now.
Yeah, they almost have the same.
Closure, I think, same way.
Yeah, a lot of same dynamics. Yeah, that's, there's so many people. Yeah, and California is expensive, man. So, to get out of there, just get in and get out. Especially if you come from North Dakota, you're going to really think it's expensive, man. God.
Oh man, I know. You can get like 2 pints of beer for like $2 in North Dakota. They got. I shouldn't have told you that, but that is true.
No, it is. It's very different, man. But that makes sense. I was just in Phoenix. In July.
July.
Yeah, they. Well, what's next for y'all, man? What's on the horizon?
How many releases have y'all done so far?
Ooh, good question. So we've got, I know that we've got 30 songs out, and we initially, so at the beginning we released just sort of a handful of singles, kind of testing the waters and seeing what the response was, and then we released our first EP during COVID, and then we've released three more EPs since then with between 5 and 7 songs on them. Yeah. And we're now in the process of working on like a full length. So that's kind of what we're up to at the moment, along with, touring and all that other stuff.
It is so funny. We still call it full length album, which he kind of stopped short of doing that, but everybody goes there. But to me, album is still record, the vinyl. Yeah. Now people have specified now vinyl, but album is still the 4 corners, the flat. It's weird. It's weird how we've come there, but you young punk kids wouldn't know anything about that, man. So yeah.
I know. Hey, I know my history. Come on, I've got vinyls. I've got vinyl albums on the wall right now. Sure. I know what you're talking about.
Taylor Swift's releasing her stuff on cassette.
Really?
Yeah, I just read that today, I think.
They're coming. CDs and cassettes are coming back.
That's crazy,
I'm hearing, crazy, yeah. But
people want something they own and can hold on to, I think.
Yep, exactly.
Versus the way we rent all our files on our phones and stuff.
I like Dave's little idea he has. That's really cool. He has that. What is it, like a mini disc? What's it?
It's like, it looks like a keychain, but it has all your music on it.
Yeah, you rub it up against your phone, and it picks up and it goes into a file. You can't share it that way. In other words, you can't send it to somebody else, but you'll always have it like that, which is really weird. But
it's kind of weird.
It's weird, but it's cool. It's unique. Yeah, that's what you see a lot of people trying to do unique stuff right now, that stands out a little bit different. I think when COVID hit, besides Rob getting sick, I think another thing that happened was a lot of people got creative on how they were going to release stuff, a lot of singles.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, a lot.
Do y'all do a lot of social media stuff to keep yourself out there?
Yeah, I mean, of course, but I think from what I gather, knowing as many artists as we've met over the years, like most artists just hate it, because you kind of want to be working on your own stuff and and making stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think we are in a place where it's also much less of a headache because we have like a great community and, kind of more people coming in and getting into the music. So that's really fun to be able to connect with like real people rather than just kind of screaming into the void.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. I think, that's basically what
That's what we tell everybody.
Twitter
Go
and
out
X
and
is.
see the
But
show, you know.
Yeah, but I think you're right asking that. I mean, Instagram, I think is so important to musicians these days. You know, Facebook's okay, but I think it's good. But I think the Instagram part is where it's very interactive, and it's usually not too much, you know, stab each other in the back as much as Twitter/X is. You know, so.
Yeah. No, that's been true in our experience for sure.
Now, what's this about you and food, man? Tell me the story behind that.
Oh man, you know, I don't even know if there's an interesting story. I think, you know, I grew up and I was, you know, all of us kind of all 12 of us, right, knew our way around the kitchen, you know, and we were, you know, but we weren't like big foodies. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's all it really was. I mean, it's like, well, it's dinner's on me tonight, I guess, you know, because But so with that, you know, I don't think I really got into like actually food and cooking until I don't know, like I was, you know, 14, 15, 16, something like that. And I just kind of, you know what it was? I discovered sushi. That's what it was.
Wow.
And I was like, oh man, this is wild. You know, I'm in North Dakota.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where did the sushi come from?
Not the Great Lakes.
You know what? We're slowly catching up. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, that kind of just, you know, delighted me. And I learned, you know, I went out and bought the bamboo, like the rollers and the paddle and stuff, and just like, you know, made some terrible sushi for like weeks. And I just kept looking at like where this stuff came from and like what the, you know, history was, the influences, all these things. And so since then I kind of, you know, like with music, there's so much out there and I'm just fascinated by all of it. So I get into these sort of, you know, phases, or I guess some will call it obsessions, where I'm just like, you know, for a few, like a year or two, I just made Indian food. And then for a couple more years, I was just like really into Korean food. And my older sister married a Cajun guy. And so then, you know, I was like, let's talk about this. So I got really, you know, I went on a streak of making etouffee and gumbo and ordering filet powder from Amazon and all sorts of stuff. So
there you go, man. Way to go. Yeah. That's a step, man. When, I say we need to get together one of these times when I roll through Phoenix, if I don't catch you on the road before then. And yeah, we do, when I go out west, I usually travel with, my pots and pans and my own knives and maybe a couple silverware pieces. And the reason why is because a lot of people have the simple nonstick cookware. And look, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, I'm like, no, I got to cook in a pot that's heavy. We're gonna be using, ain't gonna be no plastic spoons with stirring stuff with. No, that's not happening. No, the spoon, what I'm cooking in the pot I'm cooking in, you put that silicone thing in there, it'll melt. It'll be part of the meal, you know. So, yeah. I went somewhere yesterday and we did a fantasy football draft, which, it's that time of year, and we got some new spices that are on the horizon. I'll put it that way. But what I did was I seasoned everything. I did it was ribeyes, and I did some chicken breast because I'm going over there. I'm going to cook the ribeyes and these new spices, and then I'm going to do the chicken breast. I'm going to use too. I butterflied them, then I seasoned them with a couple different new spices that we have coming out, and then I love making a Caesar salad. In fact, to me, you know, maintaining my health and stuff, crawfish season is great for me. You know, we told the story before. You can eat 5 pounds of crawfish for 122 calories. Yeah. It's the best thing in the world, man. It is awesome. But you know, when I dropped a ton of weight, that's what I use. But when I'm out of season, I've learned that the Caesar salad is a big player for me. So I love it. You can get a lot of mileage out of it. You get your protein and all that, and
you put the spice on there too.
Oh God,
your saturated spice.
Yeah. I've learned years ago on a salad that just doing it just right. You know, I don't like things. You know, people get afraid of Cajun. It's hot. No, it's Tony Sashers, we make good food great, and it's just you just need just a little bit here and there to bring out the flavor. Trust me, I've seen people like pour it on at their restaurant, see me come in and just assume, oh, it's a Sasher, he's going to want it hot. No, I want to be able to use the taste buds to enjoy this food, you know. And but no, I get you on that, man. We'll have to do a little fiddling with kitchen stuff, man, when I come through.
Yeah, for sure.
We can do that, man. So what's so now y'all are working on a full length. Do y'all record all in LA, or are y'all smart and go to Nashville since it's in the middle? Or electronically, I guess.
Well, what we've been doing, so it's always been a bit of a hybrid. So this, it's kind of just, as you get better and you learn more and you learn what you used to be doing wrong, you kind of adjust and go a different direction. So I have a studio here in Phoenix that, it's my room, it's a room, but I've set it up all, as a studio. So I do a lot of production there. But then when we want to do the real instruments and the vocals and all this stuff, we've got a number of places. We've recorded. In Minot, one of my friends built a real studio, soundproofed, and he went to school to figure out how to do that. So that works. And then with this next one, I was just in New York a couple of weeks ago with this producer who we're working on the next one with. So I think the plan is to head to New York in a month or two and do all the vocals, the guitars, the violins, whatever else. So. See how that turns out.
That's awesome, man. Don't feel bashful on that. During 2020, so many people. I mean, if you're a musician, you damn well better have written songs during that period. But also, a lot of them turned cubby holes, closets, and everything else into studios, man.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta, you can make it work. You can make anything work.
Yeah, my son just graduated from film school, and I remember when he was in high school. He was doing a podcast with a friend. I guess he was just out of high school, and he was doing a podcast with a friend of his at U of H, where he ended up going, and he was setting up these sound things on his wall, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" Before I had got into a lot of studios and seeing people doing it, but I was like, "What is he doing?" I had no clue, but no, man, so many people did that and tricked out their stuff, and man. A lot of them are great. They're fantastic, man. There's nothing wrong with them at all.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
It's just getting your knowledge. Just like I said, it's Rob over here podcasting with me. He can't go anywhere, man. I need his skill set. Yeah. We can do like on Futurama and put his head in a liquid bowl and just float it. Do your job, Rob.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
But why don't you give us a little give us some social media, man, that we can tell people to go find y'all on.
Sure. Yeah. Well, our handle, I think across the board, everything, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever they're calling it, Facebook, probably some other stuff I'm forgetting, is all just Raynes, Raynes music. So I think if you just, type that into any search engine and all of it comes up.
That's right. It's Raynes, people. Mm-hmm. Don't do like I did when Rob first told me about him. And besides forgetting, I think the first 2 or 3 times he told me, and he kept reminding me and poking me with a stick, I had to spell it. I'm like, wait, man, are you sure you have this right? Yeah, no, it's Raynes.
They will come up.
Yeah, yes. No, we spelled it wrong just to confuse people. That's all.
You got to be different, man. That's how you do it, man. But please go and check out Raynes and. Matt, thank you so much for joining us today, buddy.
Yeah, man.
My pleasure.
Finally did it.
Yeah, when y'all ready to pop out some more music, let us know ahead of time, and we'll put y'all on to boost it, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, love it.
We'll be glad to have you, man. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us on the Nonsense Chronicles today, and we are out of here.
Later.